Got ourselves Caster Meta first up over for the team 2. Gonna be Shadhan Disarm immediately electric to follow. Trying to see if he can just take out the Hunter before the man even has a chance to play the game. Big Fist of Fury, Phase Trap to follow. Does go for the Trinket. Man is just playing greedy with that Trinket, but does want to take down the Hunter as soon as possible. Speed, trying to see if he can punish the Monk. It's going to be a Monk backing up out of there. Ran in, slamming down the Hunter, using the port to completely reset. Speed decided he is not going to go chasing. Instead, he's going to count himself a proper reset and then try to see if he can get himself a proper go into caster meta. Knowing that the Monk does not have a Trinket anymore might be huge for him, actually, as this is going to be big damage out of Speed. Mad Kid is shot onto caster with big secret technique. Does the man just die? Oh my god. As good as monks are, man, you are still kind of a squishy of a class. Like, don't get me wrong, you're not a bad class, but man, you do die to stun pretty quickly. Airless, wait, Erebus, never mind, looked pretty close, honestly. It's gonna try to see if it can fight versus Speed. Does not get a bleed on the guy, but it's gonna be a restep by Speed with a kid shot to follow. Does he have a big go? He shouldn't have secret technique at this point. Maybe a cloak of shadows for this one. Trying to see if he can maybe slam him. Eviscerates almost get Erebus down. Speed getting hit with the kid shot. Does not have a trinket for this one. Just trusting that Erebus is not out of the burst. Erebus with an evasion and a cloak of shadows though. That is a lot of commitment, even though he's the one doing the opener onto Speed. I feel like he may want to delay those next time, potentially. As Speed trying to see if he can find him. He thought he saw Erebus. He more or less knew he was, but kind of lost track of the guy. Now he's just kind of guessing, trying to see if he can play around the big pillar in the middle. Erebus instead just roaming. I do love seeing how stealthy classes end up using their stealth. Some roam around, some will just park themselves in the corner and wait. Others hang out by like the closest pillar. It looks like Speed maybe picked up the eyes. I think he does have line of sight of Erebus, wants to get at him as soon as possible. Second set of eyes is available though. He could pick him up in case he wanted to. But Erebus is out in the open, still skulking around, trying to see if he can find himself a bit of a better angle here. Skin shot going to be out of Erebus. Secret technique immediately. Speed with a trinket. Erebus no longer has a trinket, so I think that's what Speed is trying to account for. Cheap shot right after. Mad eviscerate. What is these eviscerate? Cheap death. Is this enough to keep him alive? Blind to follow. Does Erebus just die? Does he still have a rupture on him? Bleed or anything? Vanish? Does he just go down? The man is left with literally 1 health. Eyes are back up. I feel like for Speed, it may be imperative to pick up eyes as soon as possible, and then stab to Erebus, try to see if he can double right in front of him, gouge him right after, looking for him immediately. Erebus on a retreat. Speed does see what the man is skulking over to. If Erebus, does he just go in for a kill here? Or maybe does he go take a chance? Does he even take a chance? Speed is just trying to see if he can get himself a playing sap. I think it could be Erebus's opportunity, but is that man going to play defensive? Oh no, this is at this point as Rogue, you got to make the decision. Do you just play defense and play for cooldowns, or do you just like go on the aggression? Going to be a fade as a kidney shot comes out. Erebus trying to see if he can have himself a go versus Speed, but the damage is just not enough. He's not able to really break past Speed's half his health bar. Cheap shot, mad damage reversal onto Erebus. Didn't even stand a chance. Massive secret technique just ripping the boy apart. From one Rogue to the next, mock him and get hit with a fan. Gouge right before he can even get a go. For Speed, this is a perfect opportunity. Does he even get a chance right now? Trying to put some bleeds into mock him and with a cloak of shadows in case there's the kidney shot. Is going to go for a Phantom Knives. Mock him and does catch us a reset. Blind to follow, do the trinketed. I think Speed is just trying to see if he can bait anything out of Makima right now. Cheap shot, is this going to be a trinket? Flagellation, mad burst, disarm to Speed. Does he have a chance here right now? Going to be Makima trying to go for shadow strikes, but it's an invasion for Speed. As long as he keeps Makima in front of him, he'll be okay. Makima steps to wrong Rogue by accident, but looks at it. Trying to go for a kidney shot, misses it. Vanish for Speed. Makima has a dance. Is that going to be reset? No. Hold on, his Speed is fast enough. Shadow strike before he can really get a chance. Blind to follow. Speed could trinket this if he wanted to, but I think he's gonna hang in there. Get a shot before Makima can even take a chance right now. What is going on? What is Makima doing? Hold on a second. Wait, oh my god, Speed! From one to the next, he just got ripped into Chicago right after. What is even happening? Oh, Chicago looking like an engineer. What is this? Trying to fix up Speed. I could fix him. Chicago's just like, I could fix him. Trinket out of the kidney shot. Speed trying to see if he can bail out of there. No way out for this one. Goes on for a DFA, but there's going to be a big slam by the Shaman. Got himself a proc of random ascendance too. That really did help him pick up a lot of speed, a lot of damage versus him. Has to fight versus entire team 1 with Airless and that team Warjocks as well as Conan. And it looks like Conan potentially first up next. The Chicago Playing into pretty high dampener right now. We are at a 7-minute dampening, 34% dampener right now. And that's going to be reflect up for Conan. Trying to see if he can reflect an elemental blast back at Chicago, who is going to pop wall, as well as Guardian Spirits trying to heal fear by Conan. And Chicago looking to bail out of there for just a second. Stormbolt right after is going to get a knock up into Conan, trying to go for the Odin's Fury, but I don't even know if it actually reaches Chicago. Odin's Fury does give you the avatar buff, but I don't think it actually hits Chicago, as it is going to be Spore Cloak. Either way, though, the Fury Warrior is building up quite a bit of damage, little by little, versus the Shaman, even enough to mount up. Chicago trying to see if he can maybe juke out the Reflect, potentially. Got himself full Bloodlust, potentially could have himself a big go. Lots of haste coursing through him. Got himself Ellie Blast right after. Conan still surviving this, though, so Chicago's being extra careful. Big defensive for Conan. And that's where Chicago definitely wants to bail out of this as best as possible. This Warrior's Furious Rage, you definitely want to make sure there's at least a Flame Shock. Otherwise, second one is going to let him recover a ton. Chicago definitely needs to be very careful with that Flame Shock. Maintain one at all times. Needs to find a way to balance this out. Needs to give himself a little bit of survivability, while also killing Conan fast enough before dampening really ramps up, while also trying to be very careful with their cooldowns, because you could trade cooldowns right now, you won't have it for the next guy, so you kind of want to make sure something is coming back for the next competitor. Mad Ascendance, maybe this could help you finish it very quickly. Big Alabaster Follow, Mad Wind Strikes, just blast Conan out of the game. That is what they needed right now, is that big Ascendance, with Wall coming back up, Wolves coming back up. That's going to be a Bloodlust very soon, and this is going to be next. It's either going to be Airless, who is waiting on Morjox, but Morjox may actually not be there. Maybe a little bit AFK, so it's going to be Airless up next. A little bit of a rematch between him and Chicago, but Chicago's walking into this one with less cooldowns than before. Actually, one cooldown. Wait, if you wait 15 seconds, I was going to say, if you wait 15 seconds, with Guardian going back up, actually would have been pretty even match. Knock up into Airless, had himself a Cloak of Shadows, but still went flying either way. Bad secret technique on Chicago. Does have a wall for this one. May not be enough. That's a Flagellation and a Viscerate coursing right through him. Oh, and it's going to be Airless taking him down with a Blinding Needle into you with the Feds, trying to see if you can get a Trinket out of him. Instead, no Trinket is going to go for a Vanish Reset. Man, if you only waited like maybe 15 seconds, it actually would have been a pretty even match, but high dampening. But I think last match was also, between the two, was also very high dampening, wasn't it? Sap it to you with the Feds. That's Airless trying to see if he can get himself a go. Shadow Strike in the opener. Kindred Shot right after. You try to go in with a bit of a knockback. Mad Secret Technique just ripping right through the Shaman. You with the Feds is going to have to be very careful. Wall? That's a tough one, man. If only you could wall while the Rogue is bursting. Yeah, I feel like that would make it so much better of a cooldown. But that's rough. Airless caught himself a Shadow Meld while rooted, and with a sap to get himself a break there. Nice. Very good. I am surprised. I honestly thought Root would probably put you in combat. Mad Ascendance for you with the Feds. Got himself Guardian, everything available. Wait, no, not a proc Ascendance, real Ascendance. Once you get in there versus Airless, there's going to be a shift for just a moment. Evasion's up, is going to disarm the Shaman. May actually give him a break right here. Cheap Shot to follow. Mad Secret Technique. Oh. That disarm just prevented all that damage. He has himself so much potential output. Airless isn't gonna play. Speed with 3, by the way. 2 for Airless. Mad, these rogues are blasting, dude. Absolute blasters right now. Oh, man.